Nasty C, man. Good to see you again. It's good to
My
connect.
guy.
How you feeling right now?
My guy. I'm feeling good, man. I feel good. I feel great.
All right. You just come off vacation, right?
I just actually landed like a couple hours ago. I just got here now. My vacation only starts like tomorrow, really.
Oh, for real? Okay, okay. Where you going to? You
Yeah.
going away? Like, just time out from the game?
Just time out from the game, you know, from all the clutter and stuff. I just went somewhere real quiet.
Okay. All right. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay. So look, let's get into this. Like, brand new album, Zulu Man with some power, signed to Def Jam. Like, rollout that you've had is crazy. I've never seen an artist from the continent of Africa get the rollout that you've had. Like, I know there's like Afrobeat artists, I know there's Afro pop artists and everything else, but like straight up rap, like, bro, you're getting that big push that I've never seen
And
happen before. How's it feeling?
it feels good, man. It feels good to finally break the stereotype. You know, when people hear Africa, they just think Afro beats. They just think that's all we have to offer. It feels good to kind of break that stereotype and let them in a little bit on what else we have to offer. You know what I mean?
How did you sign to Def Jam? How did that come about?
We had the meeting a couple years ago. No, not a couple years ago. A couple months ago. What am I saying? A couple months ago. Roughly about a year ago, I think. We had a couple of meetings. We had our first sit down around that time, man. I was pretty much just like trying to figure out a way to break into the market in the States. So I obviously had to link up with like people that have done that before, and not only that, but people who have done it successfully over and over again and prove that they've done it. So I had like a couple sit downs, and we just got to like feeling each other out, just really seeing what the other guy was about, and looking at what we were really trying to do. And yeah, I think that's when we really started to really kind of see our path and our direction and see who we really wanted to go with and who was ready to take on that kind of task, because this is something that hasn't been done before. So we had to get somebody that or a powerhouse that was ready to do that type of thing. You know what I mean? And put in the work also.
Okay, so like, you know, Def Jam's the home of Slick Rick, Public Enemy, Jay-Z, Kanye West. It's the label that's built empires like Murder Inc., Rock Nation, good music. Feel the pressure?
Nah. It's not pressure. It's not necessarily pressure. It's like it just makes it it makes it feel like it's not so absurd or far-fetched. Do you know what I mean? Because where I come from, if you even say that you're gonna be as big as Drake or Slick Rick or whatever, people look at you like you're stupid. Do you know what I mean? But now, like teaming up with them, it feels like something that's actually gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What was the difference from like when you've done projects before? Because it's, you know, it's rap's global now. Like we got, as you know, we got our own scene out here in the UK, France, Germany, and in America. You know, that's the home of hip hop and everything else. So when you went into making the album, was you just like deliberately looking for things that were going to be like on a global look or like on a global scale? Were you thinking bigger? Like, yeah, I need to do this to get to that audience, or did you just do you?
It's pretty much both, because like that's how I've always thought of myself from the get-go. I never really limited myself like that. I never looked at myself as just a South African artist or whatever. I always thought I was as good as the best, and I had the potential to be as big as them one day. So that didn't really change anything, really. No.
What's the biggest challenge that you faced? Because I've seen the rollout, bro. I've seen the marketing. Even though we're on a lockdown, your album like multiple times in my inbox. I see you on every site. I see you on every streaming service. But like, what's the challenge that you found the most, like doing this from how you've done it before?
I guess that'll be clear when I get to actually touch the ground that side and actually just like do a lot of pushing in person. I guess then I'll be able to gauge that. But so far, man, really it's just like relatability, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Because right now, the stuff that's trending is just like rapping about guns or drugs, and that's not really my thing. But again, that's also just like an exposure thing, right? Like once I get the right exposure, then that's not even a part of the conversation anymore. I have my own fan base type shit. So I haven't really seen any really problems or challenges that I can spot out like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Flipping that question, the other side, easier because of the lockdown? Has it been an easier thing to do because none of us have been able to go anywhere, right? It's kind of like a level playing field right now.
Yeah, it's easier. It's easier in the sense of having to get up and actually travel to places, but it's harder because it's hard to be in somebody's faces when they can actually just switch you off just like that.
Right.
In person, I can stand in front of you and sell you my music. Digitally, they can just swipe and not even listen to it. You know what I mean?
What made you pick up the microphone?
T.I.
T.I.
Definitely.
Wow. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was 9 years old. I remember.
Wow. Which track?
It was Top Backs, the remix. Top Back, the remix with Jeezy and them. Right, I like my beat down low and my top lip back down right there.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was it like when you eventually got to work with him? That must have been a trip.
Yeah, it was. It was. When he reached out to me, bro, like that was my first time fanning out. Like I didn't fan out in the sense it was like screaming or whatever, but I had to like take a moment. Like when he hit my DM, I had to tell everybody that was like close to me. I called my brother, my manager. Like I had to tell my girl, my friends. I told everybody. I stepped outside the house just to go get like some air, bro, just to soak it all in. It was crazy. That alone. And once we got to work, I was already just like, I'd already let it sunk in. When he hit me and told me, yo, check your email. I sent the verse, and I was in Portugal at the time shooting a video, and I had to call timeout. Like I had to step out like offset and listen to it real quick. And I was fanning out, bro. I was like, fuck. I was like, I have a song with my idol. That's fucking crazy.
That's dope,
that was
man.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's dope. So, see with like, how have you found the reception of the album?
Crazy. #1 album in the world.
That's crazy.
This is my first #1 anything in the world. Like I've never had anything in the world. I had #1 in Africa, #1 in South Africa, but like it's #1 in the world right now. Crazy.
How's that feel?
It feels amazing, man. I had to take a vacation for it. It feels amazing. It feels amazing. I'm here to celebrate that. I'm here for like 5 days just to celebrate that.
For people who may not know, you know, your album's called Zulu Man with Some Power. Like, what's the definition of a Zulu man? Like, what is that? Like, for people who may not know.
A Zulu man is typically a person who is just able to identify the struggles that have been just like the cards that he's been dealt in life, but still come out a king no matter what. As Zulu people, we're typically known for being strong, dominant men that just like demand respect, and also known to be hard-headed. So anything we set our minds to, like we're not gonna rest until we see it through, type of thing. So that's what a Zulu man is.
I think it's a very, very great day with what you're doing and what you've achieved. It's like I said, the rollout's crazy. Like in terms of how your album's been, you know, put out there to the masses. Like they really, like shout out to Def Jam, they've done a really, really good job of like making you feel like you've had the same push as what a Big Sean would get or a Logic, or you know, they really put you out there like that. But there's like a massive learning thing to be done, right? For people to understand exactly, you know, what music comes out of Africa and the different countries and the different scenes and everything. Some people, that's why some people just think Wakanda's a real place. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah. Hey, did you find that like Black Panther, does that help with what you're doing? I know it's a fictional film and everything else, but it really did open the doors to looking at Africa differently. I think it's never been celebrated like that on the big screen.
Definitely. I mean, before, you have to think about it. Before the whole Black Panther thing, people only really looked at or appreciated Africa for its safari life, like the wildlife. Every time anybody said Africa, they just thought elephants, lions, zebras, this and that, da 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 da. You know what I mean? And now they have something strong to put up against Africa. Like when you say Africa, people think, yeah, that's the motherland. That's where the power comes from. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, it definitely helped a lot.